All right, we're live. What's going on, everybody? This is Laughcraft. This is episode 23, aka Project Luna. Today we'll be talking about Amazon's new gaming streaming service, basically the new Google Stadia, Xbox acquiring Bethesda, and a bunch of other gaming news, but those are the big things this week. So you can start us off, Jonathan.
All right. Let's just talk about Project Luna to start off with,
For sure.
because that's right on my mind. I watched the trailer. It reminds me a lot about Stadia. Honestly, in the problem that we occurred with Stadia was that it was too choppy whenever people were trying to play on it. It had a lot of slowdown. So I wonder if the servers are going to be any better with it. Another thing that I noticed, that controller looks a lot like the Pro controller.
Yeah, it does. And also like another thing with like streaming services, like I don't know if we're at a point like in 2020 if every household can like even run like most streaming services like that. Because if let's just say like if you're back home and still have Windstream, like there's no way you're running any of that. So it's like it's interesting. I think it'll honestly do better than Google Stadia because Amazon's got some money to throw away. So
Oh no, I don't know. Amazon's one of those people that, like, I've heard so much negative reviews on like what they're doing on the back end of things, especially when it comes to like competing with other companies, and they'll just be like, "Oh, here's an idea. Why don't we just throw money at it?" I mean,
yeah,
it's not like don't have it. I just hope if they do want to get into this, please put in the money for the servers.
yeah,
And I don't know what they're gonna do about like the slow streamers or like the slow internet for some people.
yeah. I don't know how they're gonna fix it either. I think they're going to target the people that can run it. So I mean, that's still a lot of people. And I think if Amazon really wants to, they can. They have the money to essentially do better than Google. Like Google's got a ton of money, but I don't know if they're at the space to put a lot of money towards gaming. Like Amazon can just be like, oh yeah, let's throw it in there, or let's add Luna to our Prime service. Like I don't know, that's something they could do, and they
Uh,
could get more subscribers to that. Like I'm thinking of their other subscriber models. So I mean, I think it's another piece that they can add and get more revenue from. So
yeah, I could so see them adding it to Prime. Like that could definitely be something that they do.
that would be really cool if they added it to Prime because not only are you paying whatever it costs, like the normal fee is like $120, I think, a year, but you would be able to get games with that too. That would be huge. So
See, see, hire me. I'll figure it out.
but I mean, what is it like $6 a month is what they're trying to charge. So
Yeah, I think I read on their website $5.99. The trailer looked interesting. Not that anybody's ever gonna have access to those New York skyscraper televisions.
hmm
Oh, I would love it one day if that were to happen. Let's make it happen.
yeah, and they showed off Control, which I just started playing. It's a really interesting game. Let's just keep it at that. And there's like a lot of people showing off Control. Like it didn't get a lot of like people buying into it when it came out, but I think more people are like noticing it and might try to play it. So
Yeah. No, I know that everybody that's been showing off the NVIDIA 3080s or 380s, sorry, and 390s, uh, everybody that's been showing off those has been showing the control in like 8K quality, and that's been kind of interesting in itself.
yeah, I can't believe we're moving into 8K quality. Like obviously most people don't have an 8K TV in their house, but
You just
or
wait.
even 8K monitors, but like I think that's really cool. I think we'll get there eventually. And it's also going to bring the price down of 4K TVs, which will be more accessible to more people, so which is pretty cool. So
Make it happen. I want to feel like I'm in it. I want to feel every pixel being streamed into these eyes.
I mean eventually like I guess virtual reality will be huge, but I don't know. So
Oh, I was watching Marcus Brown showcasing like the 8K quality, and I'm just like, this is ridiculous.
yeah.
You could everything.
Yeah,
He filmed it through an 8K.
yeah. You sent me that video. It was pretty cool. So
Yeah, no, but in regards with like other news as well this week, we have Bethesda being bought out by Microsoft.
yeah,
Big company plays.
that was huge news. And then sorry, wow, they did say that they're still going to release the 2 PlayStation games that are like exclusive for a limited time. And I forgot what those are called, but those will like be coming out for it. But then other than that, they mentioned that they will release games on all systems on a case by case basis. Which to me that means they're not going to release the next Elder Scrolls on PlayStation or Fallout, because like when I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking about like, oh, like Elder Scrolls as a what's it called? Sorry, exclusive would be huge for not only Game Pass but also like selling Xbox Series X's or Series S's. So I don't see them moving it over to PlayStation. Like they'll lose that revenue on PlayStation, but they'll gain it back so much more by getting Game Pass subscribers and people buying into Series X. So
Yeah. No, something that I remember like texting you earlier this week was just like people are probably getting mixed up on like the Xbox Series X and Xbox One X. I'm sure some kids during the holidays are going to be crying to their parents that they got the wrong system. You know it's going to happen.
yeah, I can imagine that. I just I don't know. It should be interesting holiday coming up. So
Oh my goodness. Yeah, no. I mean like you pre-ordered one to resell it, didn't you?
I did pre-order one. I haven't quite decided what I'm gonna do with it yet, but yeah, I did pre-order one. It should be pretty cool. Um, Obviously, I'm eventually gonna get one, regardless if I sell it or not. So, um, I mean, me and Brittany use our Xbox for Netflix mainly, but I also play like other games. But Netflix looks so good on the Xbox, like way better than my smart TV or any other device I've ever had Netflix for. So I don't know if that's some kind of like thing that Microsoft bought from Netflix or something, because the quality just looks that much better. So
Yeah, no, I understand completely, especially because that's what we use. I'm almost done watching Legend of Korra with Ryan. We've been like catching up completely on it because we never watched it as children. We only watched the original Avatar, so we've been catching up. And then it's so funny because it's just like I know that that whole mix-up is going to end up happening, and then people that are buying it currently, that supposedly bots have been like the ones buying it,
yeah,
mixing up the wrong system based on the name, which sucks. But ha,
it's funny for them because like bots have been. This is like a huge thing. Like bots have been buying up all the systems, and even with the new Nvidia cards, like bots literally bought them out in a few seconds. So I think it's becoming like more of an issue, and I see like, especially like moving forward, I see companies like maybe like they have like a ticket system and you can only get so many or something like that. That way they can kind of stop bots. Like, because I feel like bots can just buy it so quickly that no one else can get into them. So I see that being a real issue. I know what they're trying to do is get money, but like other people want the systems too. So
yeah, yeah, and it sucks because you'll see it on eBay for like double the price because
yeah,
nobody has access to them.
yeah. And that's fine if like you sell like 1 or 2 systems, but if someone has a bot and they bought like 20, like I can see where people think that's like morally wrong, if that makes sense. So
It is because they're gonna just mark up the price on the whole thing, and the company set the price for a reason. It's just are
yeah,
people really willing to pay for it, or just wait and be
yeah.
patient?
And Microsoft did say like come release day there'll be more systems. So it's just like a waiting game, but it is that like aspect, like am I going to be able to get one for, let's say they're trying to buy it for their child or something, like are they going to be able to get one, or do they need to spend the $700 or $800 on eBay to get a system, you know?
Yeah, no, I get that. But switching topics, Kirby New game coming out for Kirby.
It already released.
Or it already released.
Yeah, it dropped. So they you sent me that message and I had like just seen it like a couple seconds before that. Where Nintendo like accidentally leaked it and they literally released it today. So they were like, "Oh, leak, it's released for $20." So
Yeah, I was looking at the trailer for it. It reminded me of Super Smash Bros. But like if everybody had chosen Kirby.
it basically is, but with like the different Kirby characters. I like thought about it for a little bit, but I don't know if I'm that into Kirby fighting other people. So
Yeah, I don't know. I might just save my money. I know that the new Crash Bandicoot is coming out soon, so I might be picking that up. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm a big Crash Bandicoot person.
that is coming out soon, as well
October
as yeah.
2nd is when-
Is it coming to Switch day one? I don't think so.
I don't think it is. I think Xbox.
Got you. I heard a rumor that it is coming to Switch, but just later.
I'd be happy. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll play it on either system. I think I'll probably be more happier if it was actually on the Switch because I could just take it with me.
Yeah,
whenever I'm
that's like the
out.
biggest thing too. It's like, because Phoenix, what's it called? Phoenix Immortals or whatever it's called, Immortals, Phoenix Rising. Like that's coming out for Switch too, and like I wanted to get it for my Xbox originally because I didn't think it was going to come out for Switch, but now I might pick it up on the Switch because I can bring it with me. So
You're gonna end up picking it up. I know it.
it's like a huge thing. So. Uh,
Yep. I think I'm running out. Oh, Xbox SSD. They released the price for that.
yeah,
At a pretty price.
$221. Also, Samsung released. They're releasing a SSD drive, not for the Xbox, but supposedly can go with PlayStation, and it's also like $200 something. So I think both systems are going to run into an issue where, right now at least, like if you want extra storage that is SSD, you're going to have to pay like a big price for it. So.
I think it's ridiculous. I'm just like, wait a second, a terabyte doesn't cost that much. For the computer that I got set up, looking for a terabyte, I think I found one on Amazon for around like $90.
An SSD, though?
Yeah.
Yes,
for a terabyte.
but their SSDs apparently are faster than any SSD on the market right now. Like, way faster than any SSD on the market. So that's why there'll be, like, new cards, like, coming out. So, like, at least from what I've heard, like, it might be, like, triple, like, 3 times what the SSDs are on the market right now. So,
All I know is just pick one up, put it with the Xbox, resell.
I'm like I right now have a 4 terabyte just like like hard drive. That's not SSD, but I've heard people just are gonna like transfer their games from that over to the Xbox like when they want to play it. I'm just wondering like how fast that transfer process will be, because if that's pretty quick, like I can imagine like that's what people are gonna do. So
Yeah. Yeah. It's just more of like I want to see. I guess we gotta wait for the systems to come out
yeah.
and gotta get my hands on one and be able to like test the speed out.
No, it's going to be crazy. I think it's definitely like bringing new SSDs on the market, and then eventually, like I'm going to say, like 2 or 3 years, those will drop in price, because like everything in technology, like when new stuff comes out, it's expensive, but then it drops in price. Like just like the SD cards for the Switch, like when those first came on the Switch, those were expensive, but now you can get like a terabyte for like $130. So
Yeah.
so that's crazy, but
Yeah, no. I agree with you fully. It's just more of like, are you willing to wait? Are people willing to wait and be patient? And I don't think in this kind of culture where like everybody's just like, it's got to happen now. Or
Yeah.
It's not happening.
Yeah,
So
people aren't willing to wait. Like we've seen that in general. That's why these systems like are selling for so much on eBay because people are like, I have to have it on release day. So
yeah, I mean, like, it's ridiculous.
oh man, it's an interesting time. Like people want everything right away. That's why I think that probably 1 terabyte drive will sell pretty quickly. And it looks like an old memory card. That's the interesting thing. Like it's funny how like in gaming, like we're going back to memory cards essentially. Like it's just like a 1 terabyte memory card.
I find it so interesting how like memory used to be the problem back when we were growing up because
Yeah.
there was never enough memory available to us, and now that we've advanced and we've gotten to this point where like games are 128 gigabytes just to be able to like play the game
Mm-hmm.
or running out of storage, and you'll have like maybe 5 6 games available to you to be able to like play on your system, and then you're like, great, I gotta go out, either I gotta take one of these games off or I gotta actually go get more memory.
Yeah, especially with the PlayStation that has only 825 gigabytes. Like, some of that's going to be the OS. So it probably has what, like 700 gigabytes, let's say, that are for like games. So that's going to fill up, let's just say, like 7 games. Like, that's crazy to think about. Like, um, people are just going to have to uninstall and install. I don't know.
Yeah, no. Oof. Oof. I mean, that's what I ran into with my Xbox, because when I originally got it, it was only 500 gigabytes, and
Yeah.
I ran out of memory on that thing so quickly, dude.
That's what mine is. That's why I had to end up getting a 4 terabyte drive a while back. And I mean, so far I haven't filled that up. So
I don't think you're going to. 4 terabytes is so big, unless it's like the new Spider-Man that's coming out with all that memory that it needs.
yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, you can't even play it really off that drive. You have to have the SSD for it because of all the like the enhancements and everything. So it's more of like just like a storage option that you can transfer afterwards. So
I don't know.
interesting time for sure. So
Definitely interesting times. Just my mind's blown.
I can't believe Microsoft bought Bethesda. Like I'm still like shell shocked about that. Like
Yeah.
especially if when Elder Scrolls comes out, they're like, no, we don't want to release it on PlayStation. Like there's gonna be a lot of butthurt Sony fans, and I'm kind of excited for that. So
Oh my goodness! You always play to the part of Xbox. You've always been Xbox from like day one.
I mean Nintendo mainly, but and Xbox as well. Yeah. So I mean it's just interesting because Sony fans, like I've been like my Twitter's just been full with people like Sony's like Microsoft isn't gonna not release it on Sony's platform. I'm just like you just wait.
See, don't have to deal with this problem if you just play PC games.
True,
Just
it is coming out on
play.
PC. So that's the big thing
Just
about
play it.
Microsoft buying something like it's going to come to the PC. So which is huge. So
Because Microsoft, Windows.
that's why they have so much money to just throw. And Microsoft did mention this was like this week as well. They said that they are interested in buying more companies. So like you could see them buy other companies down the road. So that's pretty cool to think about.
Oof. I wonder what. Oh no. I wonder what studios are gonna end up buying.
Well, I remember like WB went to sell a while back, and they have the Batman rights, Batman, Mortal Kombat, a bunch of other games. So
They're fantastic.
I could see Microsoft buying that. Like I mean, Sony has Spider Man. What if Microsoft had Batman?
Make it happen. Make it happen.
So that would be pretty cool or interesting to think about. So
Yeah. No, I'm excited. Good things to come.
for sure, for sure. Oh man.
All right, Matthew. Any last words?
Any last words? Thanks for watching. hit the subscribe button below, hit the little bell. That way you can see when we go live. And that's about it.
All right. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you. If you're listening to us on our podcast, we appreciate it as well. If you guys ever want to see our faces for once, you're welcome to see us on Laughcraft on YouTube. So, yep.
Yep.
All right. Thank you guys
Adios.
so much. Peace.